So this is your energy forecast for this upcoming lunar cycle. Welcome, my brave hearts and sensitive souls, to Embrace Your Sacred Nature podcast. I'm your host and soul guide, Tanya Ho. Today, I want to share with you my oracle card reading for this lunar cycle, July 25th to August 22nd, 2025. And the purpose of my oracle card reading is to help you navigate and tune into the energies of every lunar cycle. So for this lunar cycle, I've done something different. I still have a theme for the lunar cycle that serves as an anchor, but this time I picked 3 cards instead of 1 card to show the past, the present, and the future. And together with 3 cards, I feel that we can see a bigger picture of what energy we are now moving past from and what energy we are stepping into. Also, I want to let you know this is the last episode for season 1 of Embrace Your Sacred Nature podcast. I'm really grateful for your support. My goal was to do 13 episodes for 1 season, and I'll be taking a 1-month break, and hopefully I'll be back in September for a second season. But before I do that, I would really love to hear from you, to know your feedback. If this podcast is really something that is helping you in any way. It does take a lot of time to create each episode for the podcast. So if this is helpful for you, if you do want another season, please let me know by sending me an email or DM me on social media, leave a comment below or leave a review. I would really appreciate your support and your honest feedback. Okay, so let's get back into the lunar cycle card reading. So the very first card I got is this one called A Winter Solstice Bear, and it's from this deck, Sacred Medicine Oracle card deck by Asha Frost. And this card represents the past. So in the last lunar cycle, which the theme was reclaim, you may have been feeling slow and sluggish because rest was the main focus here. So things might have been really quiet, just like in winter, because the soil was resting and preparing for the new spring to come. And there might have also been endings and closures completed in this time, but there's also a sense of agitation or frustration, of feeling of stress. We're not really resting because there's no clear direction of where we are heading yet. And that's why we were supposed to focus on planting dream seeds instead. Now, personally, definitely, I have been feeling a lot of sluggishness and stress in the past lunar cycle. Business was very quiet. At the same time, there are a lot of shifts and challenges happening. I've also got new puppies, which I love them, and I'm still training them, and I'm watching a lot of videos on how to train them, and just taking a toll on my physical health in terms of my sleep and also my mental health. And my intuition also came through and showed me it was time to delete a couple of my online courses and to stop making that weekly oracle card reading videos for Instagram, which I've been doing for more than a year now. So by this time this episode airs, there'll be no more new weekly oracle card readings on my Instagram. And as you know, season 1 of this podcast is also coming to an end. So like I said, there are a lot of closures happening. So even though some doors are closing, the second card I've got, which represents the present, is called the Goat, and it's from this card deck called Alchemy of the Spirit Oracle card deck by Christina Gonzalez, which shows that new doors will be opening. Why? Because the meaning of this card is all about the spirit of passion. And the Goat card reminds us that we all have passion within us. And passion is this inner fire that we have that drives us to manifest and to create. But it is a fire that needs to be tended. So we have to make sure we are channeling our energy into the right things that are aligned with our soul's purpose and always for our highest good. Or else we may be wasting our energy doing things that don't really serve us, and we may end up feeling burnt out. And I think this card fits perfectly with the theme SOAR, because last lunar cycle we were resting and getting ready by planting new seeds. And on this lunar cycle, we're having this renewed sense of energy and hopefully this new sense of creative spark again to move forward. But there's a but. We are going to be in Mercury retrograde from July 17 or 18 to August 10 or 11, depending on where you live. I'm not an expert in astrology, but Mercury retrograde is always a time that I look in the calendar. Mercury retrograde is when the planet looks like it's going backwards in our sky, and the planet Mercury represents communication. So this is a time when we may feel that things are moving slower, because this is a time for us to turn our attention inward, and that outer communication may break down easier. This is a time where you might find technology breaking down. It's really important to remain flexible with plans. But to me, Mercury retrograde has always been a great time to complete any unfinished projects or to close any open tasks. This is also a time where you might receive insights or aha moments that can serve like that missing puzzle piece. And this missing puzzle piece will give you a clearer picture and the confidence to move forward. Now, in order to soar high, we must remember to set the right direction to fly with our intention. And in my last episode, number 12, I talked about the importance and the power of setting intentions. So if you haven't listened to that episode and want to know how to set your intention, please go back and listen to that episode. Now, fire needs a container to burn safely. And our intention and the focus is that safe container for our inner fire. Because without a container, fire can burn and destroy everything like a wild forest fire, and we don't want that. We don't want to waste our energy staying stuck in anger or staying stuck in this fear of moving forward, the fear of making the wrong choice or the wrong move. And we don't want to waste our energy either to use this energy to feel any unhealthy behaviors or habits in our lives. With Mercury retrograde happening, it is possible that you have this direction that you have already set for yourself, which is your intention, but you may need to change course. But always trust that this is a better course for you to help you to get to where you want to be. Because remember, the universe always supports us with what we need, and we will get to where we want to land, but we must remain flexible and creative with a way of how we're going to reach our goal. So where are we heading next? The third card that I've got, which represents the future, is this card called the Bat Spirit, which is from this card deck called the Spirit Animal Oracle Card Deck by Colette Baron Reed. This card shows that a rebirth is coming. So we may have been flying in darkness as shown in the past card, the Winter Solstice Bear card, but know that after a dark night, the sun will rise. Just like how a bat is flying in darkness. This is the time to really tune into your intuition and to trust your instincts. Even though we may not be able to see how the future unfolds exactly, know that things are changing for the better. Now, in this picture, the bat is hanging upside down. So when we're going through a rebirth, we really need to let go of control and what we think is best for us. Just because things have been working a certain way or things just has been a certain way, it doesn't mean that it has to stay that way. New pathways and opportunities may be presented to you right now. So just be aware if you're still holding on to how things should be. Remember, you have your inner light to guide you through this darkness. So keep listening and paying attention to your intuition. Move one small step at a time, and eventually you will fly out of the bat cave. The self-care card for this lunar cycle is card number 12, Connect with Fire, which is from this deck, Sacred Self-Care Oracle by Jill Pyle. This card reconfirms the message from the Go card. This is the time to focus on connecting with the fire element, whether it's your inner fire or an actual fire. Thousands of years, human beings have been gathering around a fire, and fire is a very sacred element. This was when people shared ideas and stories. They shared food together. They shared wisdom together. And fire has been the center of ceremonies of death and rebirth, for praying and for setting new intentions for many, many years. So what you can do this lunar cycle is that you can connect with the fire element by lighting a candle as part of your spiritual practice. You can do a fire release ceremony to burn away what you want to let go of. You can download my free PDF guide from my website. I have all the instructions to show you how to do it step by step at home. It's very easy and simple to do, and I'll share the link in the show notes below. You can sit around an actual bonfire or a sharing circle with like-minded individuals, or you can stimulate your inner fire with physical exercise or engaging in creative play just like kids do. So really allow your inner creative spark in your heart to guide your mind and your body this lunar cycle, and be brave to do something different or something entirely new. The old ways of thinking and doing things that have served you in the past may be slowly falling apart and fading away. And trust that all is changing for the better. I'm going to leave you with this quote. to end our episode today. And the quote is from Michelle Obama. She says, just try new things. Don't be afraid. Step it out of your comfort zones and soar, all right? At the end of the lunar cycle card reading, I want to share an affirmation with you that you can use as a reminder. You can adapt it in any way you like to support yourself personally. And the affirmation for this lunar cycle is this: I tend to my inner fire and I listen to its guidance. Thank you for tuning in into another episode of Embrace Your Sacred Nature podcast. I'm so grateful for your time. I also wrote a blog for this lunar cycle card reading that you can read, and I'll leave the link of the blog in the show notes below. If you have enjoyed my lunar cycle card readings, you can sign up for my newsletter so you can get these blogs in your inbox right away, especially if you want to read next lunar cycle's card reading in August, because I don't think I'll be recording it for now. So please do sign up for the newsletter, and then you can definitely get the card reading in a blog. As always, I'd love to stay connected with you. You can find me on social media, hit the subscribe button, leave a review or a comment below to share your thoughts and questions. And you can go to my website, www.tanyaho.me, to download your free How to Perform a Simple Fire Release Ceremony at Home guide today. Remember, your energy is your magic. So be you and no one else. This is Tanya from Museflower Retreat and Spa, and I hope to see you in the next season.